All right, Shalom, Shalom. All praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, Bashem Makakwadash. Just come to the family with another breakdown of the scriptures. Um, Tonight or this evening, I just want to go over a few scriptures. I want to read out of the Apocrypha. Be reading out of Second Esdras, and then get some precepts after that. And I just want to talk about the white robes, which is mentioned in Revelations. So just kind of make this brief and short, but there's something that I was thinking about, and I jotted some stuff down, so I just want to go over it. But once again, all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Yahweh being the name of the Father, who the world inwardly calls God, and Yahweh Shai being his Son, who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ, right? And us Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we make up the 12 tribes of Israel, all right? I'm just going to put that out there first. So I'm going to be reading from 2nd Esdras. I'm going to start from 2nd Esdras 2 and 42. And it reads, I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, okay? And they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest. And upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly, okay? And so this Mount Zion, a great people, okay? That's talking about Israel, and that's talking about the elect, okay? And so it says that, read it one more time. Ezra saw upon the Mount Zion a great people whom I could not number. So it was so many that he couldn't number, okay? And then on 43 it says, in the midst of them there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns. So that's talking about Yahweh Shai, okay, the Son, and was more exalted, which I marveled greatly, okay? So this is talking about Yahweh Shai setting crowns on the elect, okay, because they finished the race, okay, and to get that crown of life, okay? And so a precept to that we're going to go to is Revelations 3 and 11. And it says, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Okay? That crown is this truth. Okay? That crown is this truth, this understanding of who we are as a people, the understanding of the Father and the Son's true names. Okay? And understanding what's to come of his people and the 2/3 Esau, Edom, and these heathens. Okay? So let no man take thy crown. Don't let no man take this truth from you and steer you away from Yahweh Shem Yahshai is basically what this is saying, okay? 2nd Esdras 2 and 44. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off mortal clothing. Mortal clothing. Mortal clothing. Okay? And put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of power. Now are they crowned and receive palms. Okay? They are crowned because they have kept the name, they have kept the patience, and they have let no one take their crown. So they are crowned with righteousness. They're crowned with this truth. They are crowned being kings, okay? The kingdom. And this mortal clothing is this flesh right here, okay? This flesh is mortal. It's weak. And so to receive those crowns, you have to have accepted Yahweh Shem El Shai, okay? And you will receive immortality for that, okay? And so that's basically what it's saying is the elect, when we receive those crowns, we are going to receive those spiritual bodies, which I'm going to get a precept to that as well, okay? And Psalms, Sisalaki, and palms in their hand, which means victory. That's victory. Why? Because we have We let no one take our crown. We let no one take this truth from us. Okay? No matter what people say, we've kept this truth and we've kept it to the end. Okay? 2 Ezra 2:46. And then said I unto the angel, what young person is that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? Who is this young man that's crowning everybody and giving them victory? That's Yahweh Shai. Okay? Our big brother, our king, who gave his life for the elect. Okay? 2 Ezra 2:47. So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of power, right? Whom they have confessed in the world. They have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. And that part I highlighted because stood stiffly for the name of the Lord. So we know the name is not Jesus Christ, right? It's not Yah. It's not Yeshua. The name is the most important. To call upon our power, you have to call upon the true name of the Heavenly Father and His Son. That's why it says, 2 Ezra 2:47. So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of power whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name, so stiffly for the name of the Lord. Because the Lord has a name. Lord is a title. God is a title. It's not a name. Okay? The name of the Lord is the most important of all. And our power is a jealous power. Okay? And some precepts to that, if you want to get them, is Wisdom of Solomon 1:10, Exodus 34:14, Joel 2:27, Acts 4:12. Okay? Got some precepts there that you can look those up. I'm just trying to make this brief. So I want to read Revelation 7:9 real quick. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number. Right? So we already went over that. That's the precept. 2 Ezra 2:42. Ezra saw upon the Mount of Zion a great people whom he could not number. Revelation 7:9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations, all kindreds, all people, and all tongues. And so what I want to say here is that, of course, the Christian church and others want to say that all nations means all nations. Okay? That anybody can have a part of this, and that's not what it's talking about. Because Israel was scattered among the nations, right? Slakia. Israel was scattered among the nations. So we are among all nations, and he's going to gather us from all nations, the elect. And those elect are going to be crowned by who? Yahweh Shai, which was seen in the vision of Ezra, right? And the precepts of that is Deuteronomy 4:27 and Deuteronomy 28:64. Also Ezekiel 22:15. Okay? I'm not going to get those. You can get those on your own. But that's the precept, okay? So, Revelation 7:9, let's get that again. And after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. Okay? That's victory. Victory for what? To commend them that stood stiffly for the name of the Lord. The name. Those who know who they are. Know that they're Israel, the elect. Okay? What's precept I want to get here? Let's go to 1 Corinthians 15:50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of power, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. So, we just talked about that, right? Where did we talk about that at? Let's see here. Okay, Salakia. Okay, so we were in Second Ezra. We talked about the immortal, right? This body is mortal, but we must become immortal, right? We must put off this clothing, right? So that's what it's talking about. So flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom. Neither doth corruption inherit incorruption, because this flesh is corruption. It's corrupted. Okay? You can barely bump yourself, you bleed easily, you get sick. This body cannot inherit the kingdom. It can't go into the kingdom. It can't. That's why it says that. Okay? 1 Corinthians 15 and 51. Behold, I show you a mystery. All right? We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. Right? So that's not so when it says that we shall not all sleep, which means we shall not all die. We shall not all be buried in the dirt. Okay? We shall not all be buried in this dirt, but we shall be changed. Continuing, in a moment, in a twinkling of an eye. That means right in front of us. Bloom, and we're changed. At the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible. That's this flesh, this dead flesh is going to be changed, is going to be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. All right. Continuing, 1 Corinthians 15 and 53. For this corruptible flesh, must put on incorruption, and this mortal body must put on immortality. We will have spiritual bodies with spiritual power, and it will happen in a twinkling of an eye, because we shall not all sleep, which means we shall not all die and be buried in this dirt. Okay? Precept to that, John 14 and 12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father's. So we're going to receive that spiritual body, spiritual power. We're going to be crowned by Yahweh Shai and Mount Zion, okay? Because, we are Zion. Wherever we are, we're Zion, right? And we have already received those right robes. We're just waiting to be crowned, okay? We're waiting to be crowned. Those who have stood fastly to the name of the Lord, as it says in 2 Ezra 2 and 47, okay? Holding fast to that name, understanding who we are, okay? Because not all Israel's Israel, but the 1/3, the elect, we are going to be saved out of this, okay? And the 2/3 are going to perish. The 2/3 of our people are going to perish, okay? Alongside with these heathen Esau Edom, okay? So I just want to encourage, our family. We are, those who have awakened to this truth. We've taken on the law of liberty, which was done by Yahweh Shai by the shedding of his blood. And he has given us back our power. He has given us back. He's brought us back to who we are and who we should call upon, which is his true name, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and hold steadfastly for those names, as it says in 2 Ezra 2 and 47, because every day and throughout this world, the Lord's name has been changed. Others we got our own people worshiping Allah, Muhammad, all kind of, Jesus, all of these names, except the true name, because he's only the power of Israel. Okay? He is only the power of Israel. So I just wanted to, put some of those precepts out. I hope it was edifying. You know, understanding who our power is and depending on Him solely for all things. Once again, you can go back through those precepts and look at them. And and there's more precepts to go as well. There's so many more that I could have put in here, but I just wanted to make it kind of brief. But yeah, so I hope this lesson was edifying. Much love to the family. Till next time, I say shalom.